think I've ever done in termite before. I am heading to DeSoto just to ride and mess around by myself. Nobody's with me. You can see an empty cab. Nobody wanted to come, which I don't blame them. It's hot as all get out today. And I kind of tweaked my back the other day and my wrist. I don't know how. I guess just, I don't know, they just hurt. I don't know. So I was like, man, I really want to ride the bike. But I said, you know, I was sitting there looking at termite, and I said, termite hadn't been in the woods in a while, and it's time to get this thing back out, get back in the woods with it. And so it's just me and old termite today, and we are tooling down the road, almost there. And there's a couple of spots in DeSoto that at night when I'm just sitting around, I'll kind of browse Gaia and look at different places and see if there's anything I see I may want to go check out. And I found a couple of spots, and one of them I've already been to on the bike, but I'm gonna just ride around, basically just kind of just kill the evening over here, just hanging out and having a good time. So anyway, I expect a lot of dust, so let's go get dusty, I guess. I was expecting it to be dusty. If you can, it is dusty. Thankfully we're not following anybody, so we should all be staying behind me. But anyway, we are tooling along through here. I'm not in any kind of hurry today. We're just, like I said, we're up here to kill time, so won't be any drone shots or nothing like that. Or I got a new little tripod here I'm gonna be trying out, but mostly just gonna be us riding around and seeing what we can find. But it's pretty out here today, as always, so just enjoy the time out. The potholes over here are a lot rougher in termite than they are on the bike. I keep forgetting that. Like, you're not on the XR. I do got the sway bar unhooked today though, and I'll tell you what, man, I think this thing rides on the street, and especially on gravel or off-road, rides way better with the sway bar unhooked. It's a lot less stiff, a lot more smooth. That's kind of a more floaty feel, but you know, way better. So if you got a lift on your Wagoneer and it rides super harsh and rough, I'm not gonna say you'll like it, but I like it. Unhook the sway bar links and go for a drive and see if you like the way it fits. It definitely takes a lot of the sharpness out of the suspension. So, but anyway, we'll cruise on down a little further. distance over there. I wouldn't argue to come over here. It's warm. All right, well, the first spot was a bust. It was supposed to lead to water, and I think it does, but I can't get termite down there. It kind of turns into an ATV trail, and it was way too small to fit termite down. So I'll come back on the bike and check that out. It looks like only four-wheelers and like side-by-sides are fitting down there. So, you know, I'll come back and check that one out later. So anyway, all right, y'all, I've had a couple of weird hiccups. When I hit hard bumps in the road, everything shuts off. Radio shuts off, termite dies. But the first time it did it, it all came right back on. Like termite just felt like it had a miss. I looked down, the radio was reset. Second time it cut off, it just stayed shut off. But it crunked right back up, radio come right back on. So obviously I've got a connection somewhere loose. I don't know where. I don't know. I think it's gonna be on the main power bus bar or something other. I wiggled everything felt tight still, but I don't know. I've hit a few more bumps since. I hadn't done it again, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see what it does. I don't know if it's a good idea to go hit a washed out trailer. We'll find out. So I still got a little ways through the forest before I get over there. So I don't know. It hadn't done it again. It's on two really big washed out ditches across the road, and like I said, the first time it just felt like termite had a miss in it. But and that's what I wouldn't have really noticed it had I not noticed the radio resetting. But I don't know. We'll see. We're just gonna keep tooling along. It's hot and dusty, but it's pretty today. Alright guys, I just kind of pulled over in the shade to hang out for a second. Looks like that rain's getting closer. For some reason, termite's not downshifting. Like when I come to a stop, the computer's not telling it to downshift. I don't know if that's from it shutting off. So I come out here and turn it off and put it in park. It'll go down manually, but it's just not doing it electronically. I did put a new speed sensor in it before we went to Arkansas, and it was from AutoZone, so it could be tripping out. But anyway, I'm just kind of hanging out, cooling off, getting out of the truck for a second and enjoying this. But other than that, I see one clearance issue. This is the most I have stretched termite out, and the drive shaft is touching the exhaust. So as you can see right there, it has touched it and spun that seal up, and I dented it trying to give it some room, but it has hit it some more. So we're gonna have to address that. This is the most, I guess, having those sway bars unhooked, that's the most we've stretched it out. So I don't know if the trail that really stretches is right over here. I don't know if it's a good idea to do that or not, knowing that that's hitting. And really, when I get back in here and put it in drive, if this still wants to start in high gear like it's been, I may have to just go back to the house, because I don't want to damage stuff anymore, because it's a pretty washed out little trail. But other than that, everything else is fine. Termite's just doing good. Not overheating, sitting about 190. So, but it's a good day, man, to be out here. This is kind of cool. Feels like it does on the XR, because I can just drive fast and slow as I want. I can go check what I want. When the family's with you, you know, you're always concerned about them, making sure they're having fun and all this kind of stuff. But today I can just, wind is down, and just kind of just enjoying it, you know, arm hanging out the window, just doing what I want to do. So the trail's down there, gets real washed out, but we're gonna sit right here and rest a minute. And I've been riding around in here for an hour and a half, so I just wanted to get out.
Step down to 176.
All right, guys, I'm just tooling down the trail to see what it looks like. I've come this far. Transmission seems to be fine. It's just the drive shaft that makes me nervous. I don't know if I want to run that drive shaft up hard into the exhaust. no more than already has been done. That must have been it right there. There's a tree across the road now. Right here. I think that's the road. We'll get out and look. It's just a rotted tree anyway. Get out and see what's up. I don't know if I'm on those fence. I don't really want to jam that thing up any worse. You can see it's touched. The big dent in the pipe I did, but it did dent that new little dent toward the front, and you can see it spun that seal back to the front, so, or to the back, I don't know. But this is all new. I can drive over that, that's not a problem. I think the washout stuff is just right up there, but I don't know. I need to get back on Guy and see. My phone is also cutting off. It's scalding hot. I keep having to just turn it off just so it don't overheat, but I do think it is down here. But so phone's getting hot and shutting off. It's just a weird day, but it's all good. It's weird. If the family was with me, I'd be stressing out because I'd be more worried about them. But when it's just me, I'm like, just keep running it. So I'm gonna walk down here a little bit and see if this is even the right road. I'm gonna pull Guy back up, so I have to check back with you guys in a minute. All right, guys. Call me a wuss if you want to. I'm backing out. I just don't want to tear it up. I mean, yeah, I just don't have a good feeling about it. So I'm gonna follow my gut on this one. Here's the beginning of it, and it goes. It's a pretty good little, wash. I do it on the XR. I just, follow lines and do, but it goes all the way to that hill way over there. And it's just wash all up that hill. Is really washed out up there. But I just don't want to run that drive shaft up in that exhaust no more than it already has been done. So I'm going with my gut. That's screaming at me saying, don't you go down there. You're going to get down there. Right now, you can go home. We can pull the drive shaft and try to maybe get a little more clearance out of the exhaust or something. But if you go further and you tear something up, and I didn't bring any tools with me out here, so I'm gonna wuss out on that one, and we're just gonna head back to the house. It's also getting late, and so anyway, but there's a little mud hole-ish. There's not much water left out here right now. It's so dry, but we're I'll give you some action, little mini action right here. And then we'll probably start making our way out of here. We still got a good ride. I got probably an hour before I get back out of DeSoto, so I'm pretty deep down in here right now. So, and I got to work on Andrew's Jeep all day tomorrow, so I'm not looking forward to that. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna go set the camera up. We'll get this shot. We'll do a little more getting out of here, and we'll call this video a wrap. We'll come back. I'm gonna clearance the exhaust, and also probably get Andrew to come back with me because it's a lot easier filming. She can just go. And we'll come straight here, and we'll get out here and play a little bit. But because I know it ain't nothing to see if termite can handle it. I know it handle it. Ain't nothing really crazy. But we have not, since we put the Hemi in, we just have not undone the sway bars and really stretched termite out. Really, we've kind of just kept it mild, working out little bugs and stuff like that. And today's the first day that I've had them unhooked and on a few trails, just kind of letting it, stretch a little bit, and of course it touches. So we'll find out how far I got to go, and we'll get her straightened out. But you can see there's not much water left out here in DeSoto at the moment. So, but that rain is close by, and it is cool things off just a little bit right here in this spot because we're under cloud cover. So all right, well, I'm gonna set up this tripod and make my way out of here. seems like it's stuck in third gear. It won't shift. If I'm in drive, it will not downshift out of third, and it will not shift up past third. I can manually go first, second, third, but I don't know if it's a speed sensor or what it is, but it will not let it shift out of third. So I'm gonna pull over up here at Tucker's Crossing and unhook the negative cable and let it all reset and see if that fixes it. I don't know. I'm sure when I get home I'll hook my scanner up and I'm sure we'll be able to find out what it is, but I don't know if it's TPS or speed sensor or what it is, but it won't. If I stopped at the stop sign back there in drive, and when I took off it was doing the same thing it was in the woods. It's in third, and so it's sluggish, but then it catches up, but then when it should be shifting it don't. So I mean I can make it home, but I'm gonna pull over up here and see if it if I unhook the cable, if it'll reset the ECM. I don't know if it was doing fine coming over here, so it had to be something to do with all that stuff wigging out. So I'm gonna reset it and see if it may be some. I don't think there's a limp mode or nothing like that. So, but I'm gonna pull over up here and see if I can get it to act. All right, we're here at Tucker's Crossing. I just unhooked the negative, and I'll just give it a second or two to see if that ECM will reset. I put a speed sensor in it because it was gone out before we went to Arkansas back in April. It wasn't acting weird, but it had the code, so I just went to AutoZone, and y'all know how parts are nowadays. So if I had to suspect anything, that's what I would suspect. It seemed to be doing fine, and it shifts. If I'm down in first manually and I shift a second manually, it will downshift between those two. But when I go to drive, you should have third, fourth, and fifth all right there together. There's no more movement on the column, and that's where the computer kind of takes over and shifts those three. But it's not coming out of third on that or shifting up or down. So I don't know. It was doing fine coming over here. It's done fine ever since. So something happened. I don't know if it wigged it out doing that. We'll find out. We'll figure something out. But this is all part of it. If you don't test them, you never know. Guys, I think I found my problem. I think I found out why termite was shutting off. I was looking here to make sure it's tight, and I was like, that looks weird. That looks weird. That looks weird. The battery was arcing on this brace. Good gracious. The battery's down tight. That's why it was shutting off. Is the battery was shorting out to the dadgum frame. Jeez. So I guess I got to take these off now. We got to go with a different head. I can't be doing all that. Wow. I guess just the bouncing of the road, the hood flexing maybe had to be in. Because the battery's, I mean, it moves a little bit. I guess I make it tighten the battery down, but it's still. All right. So that's why it was shutting off. It was arcing to that. Hey. All right. Well, I hooked the battery back up. We're gonna go down the road and see if this thing works. All right, it's fixed. So I got all my gears back. So I guess it just ECM needed to be reset. So we got the windows up, got the AC blasting. I would end this video here, but I'm gonna get back to the house and show you guys a recent purchase that I'm really excited about. Kind of an addition to the Termite XR Adventure Future, whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna ride home with the AC for reason me out, and I'll check back with you guys when I get to the house. All right, we home. I didn't get too dirty today, just dusty. But gonna kind of show you guys what I picked up the other day. So this is obviously a motorcycle carrier, VersaHaul brand. These it's been setting up in the guy's yard for a while, so that these are supposed to pull out for you to tie your bike down, and they're kind of seized in there, so you can see the PB blaster and all that kind of stuff kind of working them loose. But I bought this to go in termite. So the plan is now, you know, I have the little motorcycle trailer, but I'm going to sell the trailer, and I can just slide that hitch into here and Termite can be my base camp or whatever we want to do, and it's a lot easier than trying to drag the trailer around. So at this moment, we're not going to build a camp trailer. That was something we'd been kind of planning to do, but you know how life is and things progress and you kind of change your mind and looks on things. That was one of the things that changed. So this will go into there, and then I'll be able just to throw the bike on the back. We can go wherever instead of trying to haul that trailer like we've done a couple times. But you know, coming up, I'm gonna be doing the Smoky Mountain 500 on the XR, and I'm at the moment kind of planning on taking Termite up there. That way I can have at least a couple of nights I'll be sleeping in the rooftop tent on a mattress. But we'll see. I'm gonna try to get cruise control going. That's my next. The ship transmission did fine coming over here. Everything did fine. So, and I'm gonna get a cover for that battery so it don't arc no more. I'm gonna get clearance on the drive shaft to the exhaust. We're gonna get that done. Those are just that's a afternoon type deal. I'll do that this week one day. But cruise control is the next big thing on Termite. The ability to set cruise on the highway will be amazing. And but other than that, man, Termite handled its own. Definitely better with the sway bars unhooked as far as just smooth. Even on asphalt, drives way better, rides better. So they'll probably be staying unhooked. And it's like I ran down some limbs at some point today. But it never overheated. Stayed about 190 the whole day. And I rode around at least 3 hours today, and it was heat index was like 110, 114, something like that. Today was crazy. But that's why my phone kept shutting off. I would start a video and it would just go black because it was just so hot. And so, but everything kind of worked out there toward the end. But we came home with AC on, nice and comfortable, cool, and everything is good to go. So we're gonna fix these few little things on Termite, and we're gonna get back out there to that little road, and we're gonna play on that washout. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. As always, man, give us a like, a subscribe, and we'll see you. Kowalski's barking at something. We'll see you next week.